There we go. Look at now, Tom. Hit the music quick, mate. Whatever beat you got.
Yeah, that's about it. I ran out of.
I was just getting into that.
Yeah, sorry.
Just wonderful, wonderful stuff. Everybody, welcome to Crackin' Furphys. It's been a long time since we've done it, so we don't have any.
Would you say a long time between drinks?
A long time between drinks. Actually, I forgot to get my drink. After all this mucking around trying to set up and work out a new platform to do this live streaming on, I don't have a drink. So that's disappointing. I don't think I'll have one either. I was just going to get like I went to Woolies today, boys. And I thought, I want to get off the sugar a little bit. I want something a little bit more healthy, but I do want that satisfying crack of a can. I do want that nice sparkling, sort of fizzy taste on your tongue. So I got just some soda water with a hint of lime, some sparkling Matt Franklin. And I had one can today.
That's interesting. Because what have I got here? Sparkling water with a hint of lemon.
Oh, bloody beautiful, mate. Show us the can there. Is that what you're on?
Not tonight, but it is recently drunk. Thrilling stuff there for the listeners on this audio medium.
Yeah, you got the 10 center sitting right there. That's pretty cool.
We love a good visual gag.
Is that a gag just showing us his drink that he had when he was trying to explain it to me?
It is now.
Definitely some of the best quality content we've come up with on this platform. That's for sure.
No,
Pack her up, boys. We're done.
Yeah,
we've peaked so hard that Spotify's going to feel it.
Oh yeah, no, we'll be right there with Joe Rogan. I'll take $10 personally. I reckon that'll be a good deal for us. It's better than nothing. That's better than nothing, boys. That's all we can get. But yeah, been enjoying the soda water, guys. So I wouldn't have had a beer anyway. There would have been no chaos ensued just with the beers. But yeah, I think that's a good route to go down, especially like have it real nice and cold. And yeah, so if I have a beer at night time, guys, I've been a dad for 2 years. It's was my son's second birthday yesterday, and I gotta say, can't do the drinks.
Happy birthday, little drink.
I gotta just have a drink like just before bed. Otherwise, I'll be asleep all day if I have it during the day. But that's just how it is.
Yeah, well, I've a shocking revelation because I used to fucking write myself off doing this show, but I actually quit the beers.
Well, you're off the beers.
Gave up all booze since New Year's. Yeah,
well done.
I'm aiming to get the whole way through the year.
Yeah, that's great. Is that just for like a particular reason? Were you having a few too many? Was it just like a money situation? What's the go?
I think it's probably a combination of all of it. Like I think during the COVID times, I just drank because I could and it was easy and I didn't worry about it. And I think I got a little bit too carried away in the years after that. And like I haven't been causing problems, but I've felt myself like, lose a few steps in the old fitness. So just try and get back to being fit, be a better dad. And it's certainly not an issue to have a few extra dollars in the pocket at the end of the week.
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll try not to be a bad influence when it's here. No pressure or anything like that. Might be from Dan. No,
yeah, the only pressure will be on Furphys to hurry up and come up with a zero alcohol range.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, is that an option for you, or just you don't miss beer at all?
I haven't really missed it since I stopped because it was a pretty conscious decision. Like I'm happy to be around anyone that wants to drink. I fully support it. I think you chase your vices, you keep it under wraps, and have plenty of fun. It's just a decision that I made.
Yeah,
I've been around plenty of people drinking since I stopped. With all the celebrating post Christmas and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I just decided to abstain. Clean up my act a bit.
Clean up your act, Tom. Bloody hell. Just too much ruckus.
It's about bloody time.
Yeah.
What about you, Dan? Are you off the beers this year? Or are you on the beers twice as much?
I'm emptying out my fridge at the moment. I'm actually trying to lose a little bit of weight myself. So I've been I've been hitting the gym quite a bit lately, but been training in a deficit, which is
does it hit back?
But it does. It hits quite hard. It's very painful. But tonight I bring to you from Buxton Brewery the Trolltunga Gooseberry Sour IPA, which I bought entirely because it had a cool label.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
a troll with a man standing on a troll's tongue.
Is that going to help you lose the weight, Dan?
It's only...
Or is this your cheat day?
6 calories or something, which is quite low.
You have to let us know what it tastes like. But boys, it's been really nice to just be back in this chair and be podcasting. It's just it's really nice to be. I haven't podcasted on my own podcast, sort of I guess with a standard crew, as you say, just in a long time, probably since we were podcasting last. So I am sort of tempted to look back when our last upload was. It would be a long time ago. Has it been? Did we do anything in 2023?
I don't believe we did.
Even at the start?
Think so.
We missed a whole... Where the fuck did a whole year go?
I blame me.
The passage of time continues to amaze. You know, this is all that silly Goose Ash's fault.
Well,
because he's not here to defend himself.
I've taken the reign of Goose now. Until he comes back, I'm the bloody Goose around here. I'm
the one who flies the Goose flag.
Yeah, no, I've got the Goose flag. It's funny because I've actually got a couple of friends whose like their online persona or their username is Goose or Goose or whatever.
I like it. It's a good moniker
Building
to have.
yourself a flock.
Someone just said it in the chat. Saying, I thought you guys fell off the face of the planet. It's like, oh well, we did for a bit, but we came back.
We did. We just found our way back. We just went down to Mars for a little bit.
We fucking Captain Jack Sparrowed it. We're fucking.
I was about to say, was there one of those movies where he like literally went off the face of the planet?
Yep. Yeah. It's like, have you seen the movie Gravity? The three of us were Sandra Bullock, but then we came back.
I think I have seen it, but I can't remember it.
Sandra Bullock flies off into space. Oh, spoilers, by the way. I'll give the spoiler warning after I've given the spoiler.
God, Dan, and we're doing this live. Like, there's no editing or anything like that either. God.
Snape killed Dumbledore. Spoilers.
Why, Dad?
Yeah. Well, with Harry Potter, it's at the point now where it's in the zeitgeist that much, and it has been a long time. So
apparently, Darth Vader is Luke's father.
Yeah, there's that one too. It's like what? Yeah. It's really funny.
Palpatine returned.
Oh no. The whole movie was a spoiler for the whole franchise. That's what that movie was. Yeah, no, that's sad. But it's like with Darth Vader being Luke's father. Like, how many years after were people still upset that was getting spoiled, or was that like not really an issue back before like social media and like I guess like nerd spaces being as big as they are? I do wonder, like, was it 10 years after someone's like, hey, look, Darth Vader, he actually turns out to be Luke's father. It's like, holy shit, really? Like, I haven't even seen the movies, man. I wish you didn't tell me that. That would have been a really big sort of twist in the second movie if you didn't let me know that.
Unless you speak German, because then his name is pretty much Darth Daddy.
Yeah.
Dark
it is just father. Yeah, Dark Father, yeah. Which is, I wonder if the Germans were in like the forums, been like, "Hey boys, just letting you know, if you speak German, you probably will know what's happening in the future." But
or did they rename him in the German version? So it's like, I don't
great really question, great question, Dan. Spitting just
the French version of father.
And then Lord Daddy, he said, "I am your father."
No, you should do the dub.
I mean, I could. Hire me now. Lucasfilms, hit me up.
Yep. This is the start of your lucrative voice acting career.
Yes, definitely.
Look out, Troy Baker.
Oh, I just have to wait for him to die and then all of the other talented people with microphones, and then I'll be right.
What, everybody just, gets an illness where like they can't speak at like 100% volume. It's only 50% volume. So it's like, oh, look, we need someone a bit louder. And that's when Tom comes in.
I know a big loud idiot. Yeah.
I know a big loud boy.
Big loud boy with a big deep voice.
He said quietly.
I did.
Yeah. So how do you boys feel like podcasting again? You're looking forward to it? You're a bit nervous? You're a little bit apprehensive about talking into like this big metal thing in front of you? What's going on?
Oh well, it's the gears are a bit rusty, but we'll get there.
You'll get there.
Since we discussed it, since you messaged us and kind of dragged us back into the light, back where we need to be, I've been excited.
Yeah, I've been too.
Good to be back in the chair.
There's nothing quite like being surrounded by good people and having a good chat.
Even better when all three of those good people are in different cities.
I mean, it's a mark of good friends.
Virtual surroundings.
Can't stand each other and we have to move to different parts of the earth.
Yeah. Well, I'm basically still where we originally were, so you guys
was also being very
I get it.
generous
I get it.
in the
I understand.
He held fast.
I did.
One day we'll all flock back to the Father Goose.
You'll come back to Daddy. You'll come back.
Oh, mate.
I might have to after that.
It's warm under those wings, boys.
Yeah, come here, boys. I've got a nice place for you. Don't worry about that. Actually, I don't. I've got no space. We've got a second kid on the way. We've got no room for you. Josh, when he came down to like hang out and stuff, he had to get a motel room. So there's no room back here with Dad. The space has been taken, unfortunately.
Now, if this second child isn't named Ness, it's a missed opportunity. All right, you can have the full set.
Named Dawn.
Dawn. Yeah, because Dan actually reminded me, and I completely forgot until we just said then. But we could go the Pokemon route, where we'll have Dawn and Lucas from like the two protagonists, Diamond and Pearl. We could have that too. It's not a bad idea. Quite like it. Have to have a girl though.
That's true. It's tricky to do that sometimes. You can't just pick and choose.
No, you can't. Are you allowed to say that, Tom?
well, you know what? All I wanted was a girl, and for the past year and a month, she's just wanted nothing to do with me the whole time.
Oh, really? Yeah. When they're that young.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think this is going to wear off. I just think she's just, I'm not a cup of tea, and that's fine. I mean, hardly
just some strange man who lives in the same building.
Pretty much. It's like Mum and Ava, and then I just live here. I just, sometimes I'll cook and do the washing.
Because how old's Ava now?
Well, what are we? We're the 9th of February. She's almost 14 months, like a year and 2 months. 10 days off anyway. So she's ticking over. She's starting to lose that new car smell.
Yeah, so smell the head. Yep. Starting to wear in a bit. Good.
Yeah.
Need to hang up a mint air freshener, then freshen it up a bit.
Oh, mate. Hang it over the arse crack. Oh, yeah.
Don't bother changing nappies or anything. Yeah, but Lucas was the same. He was like, massive mummy's boy, and as he's gotten older, it's been, we've become boys, but if he like hurts himself, like stubs his toe or just something small like that, it's always just like runs past me straight to Mum. I'm like, you just gotta find your place, I guess, and hopefully your place is something relevant to her life. She won't just ignore you her whole life. But you'll be Dad. You'll be there. You'll be there to fend off the big bad people and podcast. Keep her up at night and be talking to your silly friends online.
My geese, my gander.
You be there to show her Super Mario.
Yeah.
All of that.
Well, hey, she loves music, so that's the one good thing. I've learned a lot of nursery rhymes, and I've been playing to her lots. I think
that's awesome.
She's just started like talking now, so hopefully it's all the extra interaction I get to have with her when she's sitting there screaming at me while I'm going, twinkle, twinkle.
You get the guitar out for her?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yep. Well, I learned the music for it, and she comes up and slaps me in the face while I'm sitting there and says, "No, Dad, stop
No,
strumming
she's
the
just trying to play
strings."
percussion.
Yeah,
She's taking
she's like,
part.
"It's my turn now, Dad."
Lucas
That's
loves
everything's
percussion.
a
I got the
drum.
bongos. I got the bongos out for him. He just loves
Hell yeah.
smacking them. But then, like, especially when he was younger, he just like, it's like, hit the bongos, like doom, 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 and then like everything's a bongo at that point. The wall, the couch, your leg, probably his
Every-
food, just
Everything's a
literally
drum.
everything's like, oh no, what have I done? Everything's
Yes,
yeah,
everything's a
everything's
drum.
a drum. Everything's a drum, or drop a drum, drum, or a bum bum. Yeah, that definitely went through my head a fair bit when you just see this like little kid like just struggling to stand up, just like smacking the couch. I'm like, yeah, everything is a drum. It really is. It really can be. It's just that's actually how I got into drums. I remember I got like a bunch of pots and pans and like things that made sounds, and I got like sticks and I was doing the thing. And
Yeah.
that was like before I had a drum kit. So everything is a drum. It really can
You
be,
had the
just as long as
VR
it's
drum
not
kit.
too messy. VR drum kit. Yeah, VR drum kits suck. I've tried them. But there's no feeling when you hit the drum. Like there's no reverb with your stick, and that's
You don't get the satisfaction of just hitting something really hard.
Yeah, no.
Tactile
It's got to get that
sensation.
anger out.
because they had the MetaQuest at the public library here, and I went in there and tried it. Played a bunch of VR games on there. They had like I forgot what the game was called. It's on PlayStation VR as well, but like it's like Guitar Hero. You see the notes coming towards you, and you hit them as they come with like the controllers. And I love rhythm games with VR. I think they're so much fun. But yeah, you just need that tactile feeling for drums, which is cool. But I don't know if you've seen. Have you guys looked much at the what's it called? The Apple Vision Pro, the new headset from Apple.
I have not.
I
very
saw
expensive, so
I haven't even a video.
Yeah. I just brought that up just because there's like you put them on and you can see like your environment, and there's an app where you play piano, like your real piano, when the notes come down, and like you're basically playing Guitar Hero on your real piano, just like looking at it. And I'm like, that would be amazing for learning piano. That looks awesome. I would absolutely love that. So I'm really looking forward to, years down the track when it's cheaper and like all that stuff's just open to you. Like it would be amazing to be able to do that, because I want to learn piano, but at this stage of my life, I'm not like I don't want to learn all the theory and all that. If I could just sit at a keyboard and put on a VR helmet and just like sort of gamify it, I reckon that'd be awesome. It'd be wicked.
Yeah, I reckon that would be great.
Same with guitar and drums and everything. Like the possibilities are kind of endless. It's just nobody's really tapped into it. I just don't want to spend $5,000. I think it's like $5,000 here in Australia to get one. Probably not worth that.
Oh,
bit much.
Yeah,
It's just a pretty penny.
Yeah, but a pretty
Especially
penny.
when you've got another child on the way. You can always just. Sorry, love. I just dropped half our savings on an Apple Pro headset. You're okay with that, right?
I hope I got more than $5,000 in the bank. Jesus Christ, with a second kid in the way. I don't know.
I just picked a random number.
Last time I checked it, I was holy shit. Where's it all gone? How many headsets did I buy? I got no idea if they're even in Australia. I don't know, to be honest. I don't want to know, because if they are, it'll be a little bit more tempting. If at least it's far away.
Yeah,
won't be so tempting. But I got the PlayStation VR. I reckon that's pretty cool.
The PS5, PSVR 2, is it?
Yeah, VR 2. Sorry, yeah.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, I love Beat Saber and Synth Riders on there, like rhythm games. Get a sweat up. Actually, that's why I've got. You see the fan sort of in the background. That's for VR. It helps me not get sick.
That's fair.
Yeah, I can get a little bit sick sometimes. But yeah. You guys been up too much? What have you been doing with your hobbies? So gaming, music, going to the gym. What have you guys been up to? Because for me, I don't know. I've been gaming a lot. It's been sort of what I've been doing. I guess the last couple of months. Been really enjoying myself. I'm sort of aiming to beat 50 games this year, so I'm trying to keep a cadence of like playing things and like doing shorter games to actually be able to beat them, while also sort of balancing longer games as well. So I've been really enjoying it. I've beaten 13 games this year already, so I'm off to a good start.
On pace.
Yeah, I played through 5 Donkey Kong games. So I did Returns, Country 1-2-3, and a Game Boy Advance game called DK King of Swing. And that game kicked, like, out of all the Donkey Kong Country games, the Game Boy Advance game, Donkey Kong King of Swing, kicked my ass. It absolutely.
The old school Nintendo games are always harder, so.
Yeah, but it wasn't the platforming ones. It was this one where like you use the triggers to like as his hands, and like you climb like up there, like just like using his hands to like swing and grab sort of dots and limbs as you're going up. And man, it's the precision you needed for some of those levels. Just I'm like, oh my god, I was sweating, and I was so thankful that I beat it, because I looked up a Let's Play on YouTube, and somebody beat it in an hour. I'm like, oh cool, look, it'll take me 3 hours, 4 hours. Took me like just under 10 hours. This game kicked my ass.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's just, I don't know if I'm just being a big noob or not, but yeah, been enjoying that.
Or is the Let's Player someone who's just sitting there grinding it like day after day after day for a speed run?
Maybe. Not sure.
Maybe. I've been kind of keeping track of your game progress on X, Twitter, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How was Prince of Persia? Because I've been looking at it and it looks great.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, Prince of Persia was awesome. I really loved it. It's like Metroidvanias for me, they stress me out because I'm just like, I don't know where to go. I don't want to be frustrated. I don't want to be lost. And this game, for the most part, it like allows you so many options just in accessibility, where you can like turn on like waypoints on your map, so it does tell you where to go. It doesn't really take like the challenge out of it necessarily, because you still got to get there and do the platforming and sort of work your way through the maze to get there. But it at least goes like, oh, go to the top left. Okay, cool. Instead of just aimlessly wandering. And that's what I hate the most. Just like, what am I doing? So just that option alone just really sort of helped me enjoy the game more. But you can also go like, you can make things really easy or really hard. You can like just skip hard platforming challenges if you want, if you're not really a platformer person, because I know you might be really into Metroidvanias, but you're not really into hard platforming. So it allows you so many options. And I enjoyed the story. The story was pretty cool. You play as like the Immortals of Persia, which is kind of like the Avengers of Persia, really. And the Prince of Persia's been kidnapped.
Doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
It doesn't really. But yeah, it has a cool, interesting story that kept me hooked along the way. And the game, the biggest strength is just like it feels awesome to play. Like the combat feels great. If you're really good at it, you can do like combos and juggles, and it feels like a fighting game almost. I wasn't playing like that great, so I'm just like there, just like mashing the button to do the melee attacks and all that. But yeah, no, it's really good. I played it on Ubisoft Plus, like on their subscription service. So I paid $24 and I got access to it. So I played through that and the Crew Motorfest, which is really good. So I got my bang for my buck. I'm happy about that. So if you've got an Xbox or a PC, just sign up for Ubisoft Plus and give it a go.
Wham.
Yeah. Wham bam.
Wham bam. Thank you, Dan.
Hey.
Yeah, we all know you're the towers. I mean, the show's tower, mate. Just just wipe it up. Wham bam, thank you, Dan.
Yeah, sick. Games wise and hobbies wise, like I've been playing a bit of things. I did set myself like a soft cap of finishing games, similar to you, but I didn't want to go as hard because I tend to go really hard at games and then peter out really quick. But I've been going through
go home.
Yeah, I've just been going through like an old back catalog of games that I've bought that I've never finished, trying to like actually get my money's worth out of them.
Yeah, what's on the list?
Nice. Also, just reminded me, how did peter out become the term for things just fading out over time? Like, what did Peter do?
That's an excellent fucking question, Dan.
Who was the original Peter who was just not good for anything over a year?
Do you reckon there was like a big party, like it's going off, and like, oh, Peter's got to go home. He's like the cool guy with the sunglasses, the backwards caps, like Peter's out, and everyone's like, yeah, Peter. Then it's like Peter's gone, and stuff just starts slowing
Peter's
down.
out. Peter's out.
The DJ starts playing worse music. Everyone starts going home, and he said Peter's out, and the party's just gradually gotten worse, and that's where the saying came from. Maybe that was it. Maybe Peter was just the life of the party.
If not, it should be, and that should be the new fucking Urban Dictionary explanation of Peter out.
Urban Dictionary would have like something to do with semen or something in there. I feel like you can't be in the Urban Dictionary and just be like just a normal story, I don't know.
It's always got to be semen.
It's always got to be semen, mate.
What is this fucking CSI?
CSI just like, yeah, look, we're at the crime. Investigating the crime, and there's just no semen. So, mate, there's always got to be semen. There's got to be around here somewhere, surely.
Everyone knows a serial killer always jacks off at the crime scene.
Always.
It's like
anyway,
criminology.
What's on your list of games you want to get to?
I've got Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima.
Yep. I loved it, and I played up, like, finished the first act, I think, and then I don't know, like a kid with a shiny new toy just completely forgot about it. So I'm going back to that. I think I'm also playing through Uncharted 4 again.
Oh, dude, yeah. Uncharted 4 is so good.
Such a good game. I've been playing Power World as well.
Oh, you have? I haven't gotten to it yet.
Copyright infringement notice coming from Nintendo any day now.
Yeah.
I don't think it will. I think they're safe, but God, they're playing it close, aren't they? With some of those creature designs.
Oh my God. Some of it is ridiculous, but you know what? A lot of people that have played it that I've talked to about playing it have said the same thing. This is the kind of game they wanted Game Freak to make for Pokemon for years now. Maybe not necessarily with the guns, but everything else, you want to be able to have an open world game, build your base, hunt your pals or your Pokemon, have a good time,
Just want to hunt them.
I feel like they kind of got close with Legends, but then that was more of a proof of concept rather than a mainline game. And then,
but I mean, they've done well, and I'm not sure if it was in response to Power World that they announced the Gen 1 remakes.
I've missed something.
Yeah, I think they're redoing Red and Blue, I think.
Nah. I mean, they've already done that on Switch. Can't do it again.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There was something.
I don't know. I sort of let go of Pokemon. I'm like, look, until you show me something that looks like you put some effort into and whatever.
Yeah, I still haven't picked up the DLC.
Yeah, I'm sort of out. I've had enough.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly why. That's why I checked out Power World, because I was like, you know what? Everyone's talking about it. Let's go. And someone bought it for me. They owed me a favor, and they were like, Here you go. Done.
Yeah. Really I'm keen to check it out on Game Pass. I've got the Ubisoft Plus subscription, so I'll sort of just swap them around this month. So yeah, I'll give it a go on Xbox, and I'll be keen to see what it's all about. I think I'll enjoy it because I love Legends Arceus. It's just so much fun running around and catching things and just exploring. So if it can sort of have, I guess, that emotion from me, that'd be pretty cool.
It'll scratch that itch. It's great because it's got all those things, and then you've got like your world bosses and your dungeons and like actual building a base that you can come back to. Excellent fun. I rate it.
Looking forward to playing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, is that what you're playing at the moment? So like Ghost of Tsushima, as far as like single player sort of story based stuff you're getting through?
Yeah. I think I'm finally on track. I'm trying not to do the normal thing that I do and be a completionist and go out and grab everything before I move on to the next area. I'm just trying to get through it. But you
gotta let go of that. As a dad, let go of it.
Yeah.
See, like trophies, achievements, all of that, going for platinum trophies. Unless you want to play it all year, let go of that. Because with Spider-Man on PS4 when it came out in 2018, I'm got it. I'm gonna go and just get all the backpacks like at the start of the game. Got the trophy for it, cool. Then like I just burnt myself out so quick, so I only I got back to it last year to beat it before Spider-Man 2. And I'm like, look, get collectibles if like they're like near me, but don't bog yourself down with like, trying to get it. I want the story and, have fun with it, but I don't need to spend double the amount of time just looking for stuff. But if I love it and I want to come back to it later on and just chill out and do some collectibles, beautiful. There it is for me. But yeah, you got to, that's something I definitely learned like last year when I was trying to do my like completion challenge as well. That's when I first started it. And yeah, you sort of learn some better habits when you're playing your games, some things that actually help you not just fall off of them, because that was a major thing with me. It's just like falling off of games and not getting to them. And as a dad, you're like, all right,
you've got even more limited time. Bloat.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot
of it doesn't really add much.
Don't eat the sprinkles, Drew. Don't eat the sprinkles. Just fucking go for the ice cream.
yeah. Because was it? I forgot. Yeah, was it Hellblade 2? Xbox was showing that off, and I think they announced, like they said, it was like a shorter game, going to be about 8 hours. I'm like, wonderful. Just give me a really good experience. In and out. You don't have to like double the amount of time just to justify the price or whatever. And I wish more studios did that, to be honest with you. Like, I don't need it to be 40 hours, for example. I'm quite happy with, I think a good middle ground is anywhere between like 5 and 30. Like, just whatever you need to tell your story or ramp up the game mechanics. So I'm happy with that. But usually, it's got to be pretty phenomenal to get me to 40 to 50 to whatever. That's what puts me off Persona 5.
This is why I haven't picked up Baldur's Gate 3 yet, because I don't know if I have 100 hours to just give away.
That's more so if you're gonna sniff every crack and fucking dig everything out.
Crack and fucking.
I hear sniffing every crack is part of the Baldur's Gate 3 gameplay anyway. So
there's the bear.
Yeah, I actually did pick up Baldur's Gate 3. I got it on Steam because I got a Steam Deck. Actually, I imported the Steam Deck. Finally got one, Dan. And
I'll get to see it when I was down last.
Did I have it at Christmas time?
You did. You're in the process of jailbreaking it, I think.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right. I thought you said I didn't see it. I'm like, oh, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, so I will get to it one day. I don't really have that. I don't really have that strong intention to get to it, though. It's definitely down the list.
Oh, yeah.
So it probably won't even be this year. So realistically, I should have just picked it up later, but it was $10 off. God, I can't go past
what
that.
A saving. What a bargain.
Bloody boy loves a bargain.
Oh, I love a bargain, that's for sure. I spent a fair bit of money on the Steam sales.
Deal Hunter Drew, they call him.
Deal Hunter Drew. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get my spending on video games down this year. Like, no more than one game a month, less if possible. So I picked up Grand Blue Fantasy Relink this month on PS5.
Nice.
Sort of a hack and slash anime game. And I'll probably get Final Fantasy Rebirth, but I've got to play through the other ones, so that won't be for a little while. I want to play through the original
another 200 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've got Rebirth pre-ordered, and I think that I'm going to be a little bit sick around that time when that comes out.
Yeah, no, you definitely got a bit of a cough coming. I reckon it will take a while to brew up in the back of your throat, so you better take the end of the month off, I reckon.
Yep. Definitely. I played all the way through the first one, and it was fucking phenomenal. And then I played the like little Yuffie DLC they had.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that was great. The fucking last boss, man, kicked the shit out of me so many times. But I'm a masochist, so I just kept going back for more.
I'm keen to. I've got to get back to a remake. That was one I fell off. I was one of those cheeky boys that fell off. Have you guys seen Stellar Blade? That game, PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Negative.
You wait, a PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Apparently,
there's not too many of them because of the whole PC stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty excited about Stellar Blade. It looks like a fun game, but you'll probably see why I'm really excited for the game if you give it a bit of a search. Just search up Stellar Blade, see why.
Oh, that's kind of game, is it?
Yes, it's
One of an eShop special.
Yeah, kind of. kind of.
Speaking of exclusives, though, did you guys see the rumors that Xbox might be going completely non-exclusive, putting their games on PlayStation?
I did. We're going to get an update next week, so it'll be very interesting to see what the hell's going on there.
That's hot. They're trying to bridge the gap.
What, Xbox are?
I reckon they're trying to end the war. They're trying to be peace walkers.
Is it an olive branch or is it a white flag?
It's an olive branch with a giant hammer hanging over the top of it. You grab this while I smack the fuck out of you.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a white flag. It is kind of concerning though, because like, you know, it's great for the individual games going just being anywhere, so anyone can play them and they'll sell more. They'll, you know, whatever. Well, people will play them, but there's not that many reasons to own an Xbox anyway. I think it's a awesome console. I think they've done a really great job. I think everything, if you have one, you'll really enjoy it. I think there's pros over PlayStation 5, you know, when it comes to like quick resume, where you can have like a bunch of games just loaded up on the console. You can flip between them just simultaneously, just boof, boof, boof. So you could be like, you do like a level of Call of Duty, you could go straight to a racing game, you can go back, you can have Fortnite loaded up, you can go, you know, straight to that, and you can just swap between games so quick. And I think that's really cool. Like nothing else can do that, even like a PC. You're not going to have like 5 games just loaded up on your PC, just tabbing between them.
Yeah.
And Game Pass as well. Like it just allows you to play so many types of games you might not play. You might not want to spend $20 even on, but you can play like, you know, just all the stuff from the back catalog and new indie games and the new stuff coming out. So I think it's great, but
scrap all that and just play Castle Crashers, man. It's the only game you ever need to play on fucking Xbox.
Castle Crashers is really good. I didn't play it that much.
I played the shit out of it.
I've not played it because I don't have an Xbox.
It's on PlayStation. It's been ported to PlayStation and that now, but
yeah, it's everywhere now.
It was like it was an Xbox Live Arcade game back in the day, one of those gems.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I had on 360. I had like a demo disc with like Limbo and a bunch of those games. I just played like the demos of a lot of them. I remember Limbo standing out so much to me, just like because the demo went to like to the spider, where it like just stabs you through the neck. He's like, oh, like it was like black and white, but it's so like so visceral. Just like holy shit, this game's awesome.
Yeah,
yeah. No, that's like, great, guys.
Kind of the first of its kind. That beautiful silhouette style. There's like been more now, but. Whoa, very striking.
Very striking. Yeah. Well, be good. We should just make this game, this podcast, video game podcast. I always like talking games.
Welcome to the House of Mario Furphy edition.
Furphy edition, yep. Crack a beer, come in the house. Don't
house
spill it on the rug. House of Gronk.
House of Gronk.
You calling my house a Gronk, mate?
No, I'm calling
the person who lives in the House of Gronk.
I don't know what a Gronk is. So I have to Urban Dictionary this bad boy.
Oh, yeah. If you've got the time, definitely do it.
All right. What's a Gronk?
That's an official Tom recommendation to the listeners.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Australian slang, a person that is totally lacking in fashion sense, motor skills, and all social skills.
Fashion sense being the most important one of those traits.
You just described me perfectly.
I need to have my little subtitle underneath my name, just Gronk. Or we all just have Gronk. Just the Gronk cast. Is that a slur? Am I swearing? I don't know. Or is it just like a perfectly like normal thing to say?
I mean, I think it's a perfectly normal thing to say.
No, I don't think it's a slur.
You call ibises binge roast drinking gronks, and that's totally fine. It's part of Australian culture.
The ibis here, though, is quite a nice bird. It's only in the cities where it's sort of adapted to its surroundings, where it's a bit more gross, where it becomes a bin chicken. But
a trash-eating sex pest.
Sex pest? What makes them a sex
Yeah.
pest?
Oh, they will try and fucking eat your eyes out.
Is that a sex thing?
Wow,
It
it
is
could be.
now. Don't shame him, Drew.
No, I'm not going to shame you. You know, do what you need to do.
He could be into. He can be into whatever he wants to be into.
Last time I
He's,
saw
you
your
know-
missus, though, she had her eyes, so I don't know.
I mean, it's not a thing I'm into.
Oh,
It's a thing, you know. If you discuss it, then there's probably one of those things about it online somewhere.
yeah, no, I'll be sure to look that up.
This seems like a good a point, Annie, to segue into the Furphys for today.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, no, we've definitely got to that point in the show. Boys, let's get into
We've
the
gotten
Furphys.
into the
What have we gotten
weeds
into,
a bit.
Dan? In the weeds. Bloody hell. All right, boys, let's get into the Furphys. This is where we try and dissect which one is the Furphy, which ones are the truth. So, who do we want to start with? We'll start with Dan. Dan, tell us your
always
Furphys,
brings
mate.
Oh,
brings
right.
Oh,
So the
right.
first
Oh,
Furphys in 18 months.
Oh,
Monumentous occasion.
has it been that long? I really got to look this up. This is going to interest me. But yeah, go on, Dan.
Great. I've got him distracted. Time to confuse him.
Somebody crack a window. These Furphys are getting stale.
Oh, stale. It's a good segue into Spain fumes over French inedible tomatoes comments.
How many
As
segues do
tomato
you need to
war
get to the
rages
Furphys?
on. Story number 2. Poutine donut on Tim Hortons Canada Day menu for American customers only. And story number 3. Loughborough food fight charity event ends in tears.
Good Lord. He's just, it's like he never stopped. I reckon Dan may have been running Furphys this whole time. He's got 18 months of Furphys back catalogued.
I did look it up too. We got our last episode on podcast services was uploaded on the 27th of October 2022.
Oh,
got
that.
Been a while,
16 months.
Holy shit.
So, the Spanish-French tomato war. A bizarre culinary row has broken out between Spain and France over tomatoes. Former French Environment Minister and presidential candidate Ségolène Royal slammed Spanish tomatoes, calling them inedible. Ségolène Royal said, "Have you tasted the so-called organic Spanish tomatoes? They're inedible. Spanish organic is fake organic. Spanish fruits and vegetables do not meet French standards and should not be on supermarket shelves." These comments were met with backlash from Spanish farmers who called her words drivel and shameful. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez invited her to Spain to try one of the varieties of organic tomatoes, saying, "Royal has not had the good fortune of trying a Spanish tomato. You will see that the Spanish tomato is unbeatable." An Organic Farmers Association has lodged a formal complaint against her in Brussels. Farmer from Conil de la Frontera in southern Spain, Bartolo Ramirez, said, "That lady has a palate problem. Unlike in France and other places around the world, we have sun year-round. And that is why our tomatoes, in addition with complying with all strict regulations, have the unbeatable flavor that they have." Any thoughts?
Take that. I'm mad that you found, if that one is the Furphy, the two most Spanish names and jammed them together. I can't repeat it, but there was something in the Sanchez, and I just thought,
Pedro Sanchez.
fucking Dan. He's too good.
Drew?
Don't know.
He's
I'll need some more
perplexed.
stories to sort of work it out here. But
Let's go down to the chips, gravy, and cheese donut then.
I guess they
Puts
are
in.
pretty keen about their tomatoes, aren't they?
They
Don't blame
are.
them.
They're like my dad. My dad's fucking super proud of his tomatoes. But he's not Spanish, so
He just loves tomatoes, man.
He does. More bloody red boys get at me.
Got him at the back of the shed, just God, look, and they're ripe, and they're red and they're squishy, they're ready to pick.
Right on the vine.
Oh, fucking, they're so ripe.
So ripe. Oh, that's juicy. All right. Speaking of juicy, to celebrate Canada's 150th birthday, Tim Hortons is serving up patriotic food. On the menu, a donut smothered in poutine and an ice cap coffee drink, topped with whipped cream, maple flakes, and bacon bits. But before you get excited or nauseous, take note. These Canadian-inspired delights won't be available in Canada. On July 1st, they'll only be served up in select Tim Hortons in the United States. Our new Canadian-inspired treats are a great way for Americans to get in on the 150th celebration of their friendly neighbor next door, Felipe Athaide, with Tim Hortons United States, said in a statement. The American offering statements are already stirring up discussion on both sides of the border via social media. Some Canadians are upset that they don't get access to the treats created for their own country's birthday. Only available in the States to celebrate Canada's 150th, 5x question marks. What the fuck? Griped one person on Facebook. So not very Canadian.
Figure it out.
Canadians.
Figure it out.
Canadians do have their own celebratory Tim Hortons menu for Canada 150, but it's much tamer. Both Canadians and Americans are being offered maple-flavored Timbits, and for a limited time, Canuck customers, well, I should not have slipped on that one, can sink their teeth. Can also sink their teeth into a white and red velvet muffin, a Dutchy donut, and a Nanaimo bar donut. First thoughts?
Well, that sounds delicious. So I would be actually pretty offended if that wasn't coming to my country, especially Tim Hortons. Like, you know, you got to look after your Canadians when, you know, you got to ride with the team that brought you. You know what I mean? So yeah, that sounds pretty good though. I'm sure the whipped cream on there would be pretty good, but also it might be a little bit gross. So I've got to look at it to really sort of make my mind up about it. But what you're describing there, Dan, sounded quite nice. I don't know if the aneurysm in the middle of what you said as well is a sign for anything. I don't know. Maybe that's just like a bit of an air bubble in your skull that just bubbled up just while you were reading. I don't know.
Just momentarily lost the ability of speech. A good trait for a podcast.
Hell yeah.
Great. Yeah. No, you don't need to talk. Just blink and we'll know what you're saying.
Yeah, sign language is great for podcasts.
Yeah. It's great.
All right.
What do you think, Tom?
Story number 3, the charity food fight.
I don't give a shit what Tom thinks anyway.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
A charity food fight in the town of Loughborough, Leicestershire, in the United Kingdom, faced backlash as participants flung pineapples, pumpkins, and other foods deemed too hard, sparking safety and food wastage concerns.
Oh, okay.
The event, organised by the local charity Harmony Haven, aimed to raise funds to support people living rough on the streets, but took an unexpected turn as registered participants brought foods not approved for the fight due to the potential to injure, such as pineapples, watermelons, and honeydews. Event organisers had even confiscated 3 sacks of potatoes from one particular participant who was turned away. Leicestershire Councillor Emily Parker expressed safety concerns, emphasising the need to balance creativity of their projectiles alongside the responsibility of organising the charitable event and looking after their fellow fundraisers. Charity organisers issued a statement expressing any regret for any offence and damage potentially caused, emphasising the playful intent behind the food fight idea and regret that some participants brought their own selection of fruits to the events, which may not have been in the spirit of the day. Local businesses, however, capitalised on the situation, creating many pineapple-related treats, such as pastries and juices, to support the embattled charity. Despite the controversy, Harmony Haven raised £12,000 towards funding a support centre in the middle of Loughborough.
Good on you and your delicious pineapple flavored treats.
I could go for a pineapple flavored treat right now.
I bet
I
you're a
hate
good
pineapple.
boy.
It's far too sweet.
It eats you back.
It does. Eat your guts.
Maybe that's why they had to stop these people throwing pineapples at them, because they'll be too busy eating the people.
No, fuck that. The person that bought 3 sacks of potatoes should have been able to go ham. I don't care what anyone says. Fuck them.
Ham and potatoes?
That's right. Get to the meat and potatoes of this fucking story.
I remember at school, I forgot if it was me or one of my friends. I've actually forgotten, but like in primary school, somebody like threw an apple and it just like went across the schoolyard, just smashed on this dude's head, and God, it was funny. So like, you know, if you just like ramp that situation up by like 100, you have like all these people having a food fight, just like with apples and just like these hard fruit. That'll be very satisfying. Just you don't want to get them like in the face, but like on the back of their head where it wouldn't hurt that.
Where they get even more potential for concussion.
No concussion. Like the sort of, you know, all of the pressure's put through the fruit and it doesn't go like into the head. That's my scientific sort of justification for it anyway. That sounds like fun. I don't know.
We don't want anything bad to happen. We just want like minor injuries, you know.
Yeah, no, bruises, minor injuries. Yeah. It's like paintballing. Right. Like you're not going to get like a wound, but you know you will get bruised or shit, and it will heal. But it sort of adds to the tension of the event. Otherwise, there's no stakes. And that's sort of all the stakes you want, just for a bit of a fun time.
That's right.
A bit of a bruise. Unless you, I don't know, do something wrong.
The one thing is though. The one issue I have with this story is there's no way people in their right minds are going to go out and buy food to throw at people. If you're rocking up and it was all supplied and it was like soft stuff, awesome.
Oh, no way, dude. I'm buying bags to throw at people. Are you kidding me? You wouldn't buy a bag of apples and like bananas and that? Just imagine just how fun it would be just having like a banana and just yeeting it. And just like seeing it go.
Just want to watch the world burn.
I don't doubt that
on the ground.
There's no way I'm paying like $7 for a whole pineapple just to throw at someone.
Yeah,
not doing it.
Pineapple's probably a bit much. Spiky,
yeah,
massive pineapple. Yeah, I reckon like a rotten watermelon. Like, you know, you buy them like a month beforehand, and you just like let it sit in the bottom of your fridge, so it's just mushy.
Yeah.
Then you just like it's like a big blob, just just all over someoone's head. Stinks.
Nature's
like shit.
Water balloon.
Yeah, nature's
that
water
banana
balloon.
you forgot at lunch one day and just left it in your backpack for a month.
Yeah, black banana. Yeah. Now we're talking just like real stinky shit you wouldn't even dare to eat, but you'll throw it at someone and scone them in the head. I don't know. It's sort of like it's bringing back sort of the feeling of being like a dumb kid, just wanting to throw your food around. But yeah,
you are right. This is why it'd be a good charity event.
I never stopped. I'm still that dumb kid that loves to throw food around.
Yeah, it's just you don't because yeah, like you mentioned, the prices is a little bit much. Maybe just like a grape here and there.
Yeah,
but yeah, maybe not like an apple or something. You got to eat those apples.
That's right. Trust the living, baby.
Absolutely. Dan, I'm gonna go with number 2 for the Furphy, just purely because I got no idea, and I really hate the idea of Canadians being left out of such a delicious treat potentially. So I'm just going with that, just out of my sorrow, regret for the Canadian people. It really is a shame.
One tear for Canada.
One tear for Canada, not 2, just the one. The one tear duct is swelling up. The other one's dry as shit. No feeling in the left eye actually. But yeah, number 2. We've got number 2.
The food wastage just does fucking numbers to me, so I have to go number 3.
All right, man.
So the food wastage was the clue.
That is
story number 3 was written by me with a little help from ChatGPT.
Oh
yeah,
we're doing.
So I can confirm the Spanish Prime Minister is actually named Pedro Sanchez.
Love it.
That just gave me a really dropping feeling in my guts. Have we been And I don't mean I'm gonna fart.
in fairness, the what ChatGPT spat out at me first was pretty garbage, so I did.
I've got
quite a bit.
I think using ChatGPT is an amazing
Genius.
idea, but we have been on hiatus for so long that is AI has like popped up and grown to where it is now. And before we didn't have AI, we didn't have like the chat bots and everything to use last episode. Holy shit. Like it's been that long. It's been a long time, but it's also
blown Drew's mind.
We've got a new technology.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
It hasn't been that long, but it's been a long time, but it hasn't been that long for a brand new like technology to utilize to the Furphys. Yeah, that's made me sick.
Brand new human subrace.
Yeah. God. Oh well, that's a great idea, Dan. I didn't even think about using the chat bots to do that. That's a great idea.
Big brain.
Big brain Dan. That's why we call him big brain Dan. I thought I'd just have an aneurysm just to make you feel better.
Yes, I did legitimately stumble over quite badly over, what was it? Canuck something.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't even remember because you didn't say it properly. So.
It was Canuck something. He doubled up.
Canuck.
Yep.
All right, Tom.
Customers.
Oh, okay.
Throw us your Furphys, buddy.
Look, I remember winding back all the way to the very first episode of Crackin' Furphys that I was on, which is a few into, the inaugural, the very beginning. But I did all animal themed then, so I'm harkening back to my humble beginnings and bringing the animal Furphs back in.
We love animals here, Tom. Throw them at us, please.
We do. Okay. Story number 1. Pigeon suspected of being Chinese spy released by police in India after being detained for 8 months.
Detained the pigeons. Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Second story. Members of Anchorman farewell Nutty the squirrel.
Is this like the actors or is this like a new movie or something? What are we doing?
No, the actual actors, Will Ferrell and Christina Applegate, have slipped back into character to say a farewell video for the squirrel, but actor Nutty the squirrel passed away recently.
Oh, rest in peace, Nutty.
R.I.P. Nutty
that's
Twiggy.
Nutty.
That is. And the last story is monkey which escaped zoo, shot with tranquilizers and returned home after being spotted eating from bird feeder.
Yep.
My first thoughts are that I haven't watched Anchorman in too long.
It's been a long time, yeah. Yeah, so I like to think that one's real. I hope that one's real, number 2. Because I
do know that Will Ferrell has gone back into the Ron Burgundy persona for a few events.
Mm-hmm.
He would have aged quite a bit. Like he would look a fair bit older since doing that role too.
I mean, the wig's still there though, and the
mustache. Will Ferrell's been pretty ageless though. Like if you look at him in Elf, he doesn't look that dissimilar to what he looks like now.
Oh, I don't know about that because it pops up quite a bit on Netflix because we've got like Netflix for kids, so it's always like at the top, especially around Christmas time. And when I saw like the trailer pop up, I'm like, oh wow, like I thought he looked way younger in Elf, because you can tell like he's he's getting old, so he looks older. So, no offense to Will Ferrell, I'm sure he's probably having a bit of a listen to Crackin' Furphys. I don't want to offend him while.
This is his favorite podcast, and he's already offended by our 16-month hiatus.
Yeah, no, we really let Will Ferrell down. We're sorry about that, mate. He would have had nothing to do the whole time as well. He's like, oh, I got nothing else to do. No social life, no movie roles happening, no hobbies. He would have been in a real state of shock. But we're back, Will Ferrell. Don't worry about that. We're back.
Support your interesting lifestyle.
So yeah, I'm gonna cross out number 2. I hope and I assume that's real.
Do we have any more information first?
I can give you little snippets from all three. I don't like doing the big stories like you, Dan, because I can never pull them off. They're just not convincing.
Yeah,
So I'm looking for these little threads to pull.
Well, that's right. Detectives suspected the pigeon, was involved in espionage after it was captured near a port in Mumbai. It was found with 2 rings tied to its legs, featuring words that appeared to be Chinese. And that's all I had written down for that. Will Ferrell and Christina Applegate assume the role of their anchorman characters, Burgundy and Corningstone, to commemorate the passing of Nutty the Squirrel. Nutty the Squirrel was actually part of a real-world entertainment company whose real name was Twiggy the water-skiing squirrel, whom has a large online following on X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. A monkey that has been on the run from Highland Wildlife Park has been captured. The Japanese macaque named Honshu, nicknamed King Gussie Kong, escaped from his enclosure at Highland Wildlife Park near King Gussie on Sunday morning. A major search was launched for the monkey, and on Thursday, the animal was shot with a tranquilizer dart after being spotted eating bird feeder in a garden. Eating from a bird feeder in a garden.
Oh my god, the monkey's just eating the bird feeder. It's like, oh my god, someone shoot this monkey.
Whole thing.
Yeah, he's just wow, he's like an anaconda, just like down in the whole thing. That wouldn't
Just
have
a
done
bird
him
feeder shaped monkey.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. All right, I'm just shooting off the hip. You've done a good job, Tom. I don't know. Do you have anything that comes straight to your mind, Dan? Or are you still sort of trying to brainstorm which one you're going with?
I feel like I've seen story number 1 somewhere before. So I'm going between
Donald Trump
2 and
newsletter.
3. in the depths of ChatGPT.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to like Tom's
story number.
Yeah, sorry. I was just thinking like Tom's wavelength.
Yeah,
oh, come on, Dan. Stop speaking over me. Come on, man. I'm trying my best.
You have the floor.
Oh, okay. Oh god.
Do we need to start putting our hands up or what?
South Australian latency, eh? God. Might as well just bloody talk to a megaphone, see if you can hear me from Adelaide. Jesus Christ. Bloody internet. Anyway, while I'm talking, I'll talk more.
But yeah, I think
oh, you cheeky fucking bastard, Dan! You cheeky bastard! I was ready to just speak my mind, and you just speak right over me. And all the listeners are like, "Bloody Dan, he's speaking over Drew again."
Got him.
Everybody drink. Dan's done it again.
Yeah, drinking game. Everyone's drunk. Anyway. Yes, I'm going to go number 3 just because with Tom's like wavelength, I can see him writing all the stories. You know, I'm sure he's a big Anchorman fan. He loves nuts. You know, with the monkey, I can see him sitting down at the computer, being like, "Oh, look, what's a bloody Furphy I can write up?" Like just he looks away at the keys.
He's thinking he's got us here.
I don't think I have.
Like, you know, he's got the monkeys. He's tapping away at the keys. Oh, look, I escaped the zoo. A bird feeder. He ate from a bird feeder. Like, yeah, I guess. And like the first one, it could be like in a political mode. It could be like, you know, checking out the latest political news. And he's like, oh, look, there's a bit of a drama going on with China at the moment. You know, a fair bit going on over there. It's a bit going on. You know, the US aren't too happy with China at the moment. There might be a bit of a story there. And I can believe that. That's for sure. I don't know if they'll be using pigeons, though. Would they use pigeons? But I guess drones and all that sort of thing.
Would you suspect a pigeon?
That's right. You know, you expect a drone or a hot air balloon or whatever they had a year or so ago just go over. But would you expect a little pigeon? Don't know if you would. I wouldn't.
It's always the animals you least expect.
Yeah, I'll be there feeding it and it's just there shitting itself, just looking at you dead in the eyes, just with no emotion. Like, oh, look. You wouldn't suspect the microphone around its leg, would you? It's just got like a big, thick microphone that we use to record the podcast. just to tape to it. It's an AT 2020 just hanging from that pigeon. with like a roadcaster and a laptop on it as well. Yeah, right. Audacity running in the background. Yeah, interesting.
That's a pretty bloody strong pigeon.
Yeah, good pigeon. Not too bad. So yeah, no, I think Tom's done a good job, but I'll go number 3 just because monkeys. Because monkey. Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Yes. I think I've heard story number 1 sounds vaguely familiar enough for me to put a line through it. Could be wrong, but I'm putting a line through it.
You definitely could be wrong.
The thing that gets me was Anchorman was filmed in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
It's now 2024.
Did have a sequel.
Oh yeah, but the squirrel wasn't in the sequel because the squirrel was in a little.
I can't remember that much. Okay.
Which I was reminded of when Tom mentioned that he was the water skiing squirrel.
That's right.
So
Look at him go.
Cutaway gag from when they were doing the news.
Oh, Dan. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you're right about that, there's no way the squirrel lived that long.
But I'm still gonna go.
Oh, he's on the research.
Still gonna shoot from the hip and go with number 3.
All right, he's on the research he's just done. All right.
I feel like a squirrel has a suspiciously long lifespan.
I
don't know, to be honest.
very, very happy to say that the Furphy was number 2.
Oh,
yeah.
You should have gone with your
I'm
gut, mate.
so angry with myself right now.
Yeah, I don't know. You made such a convincing thing. You convinced me, like, oh yeah, right. Yeah, if he wasn't in the second movie, then he's definitely dead.
So angry with myself right now.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
But
Dan,
yeah, Twiggy's a real thing. He has his own fucking line of clothing and everything.
That's awesome, yeah. Well done. That's a very very clever Furphy.
Oh, the signs are all there as well.
Yeah, and you later, man. You ignored them.
That's right.
It's like somebody going through the woods, just like leaving a little crumb trail so they can find their way back. But when you're dropping the crumbs, you're just eating them up as you go. You stupid bastard. You were so close, you had the right idea, but you fucked it up.
He was picking them up because he didn't want ants.
And everyone knows that's how you get ants.
Nicely done.
Yeah, dropping crumbs, yeah. Well, boys, that's all our Furphys tonight.
The Podfather.
Podfather was too busy mucking around with this shit behind the scenes, trying to get it to work to do his Furphys. But I've really enjoyed tonight. It's nice just to sort of get some of the rust off. I don't know how listenable the show is. Probably not very, but it's just nice to be here and be doing it. So going forward, I reckon it's going to be fun. You know, we're going to iron things out a little bit and really get into the groove of doing it again. I guess, do we want to try and how often do you want to try and do it going in the future? Like, do we want to try and hit?
Just every 16 months would be good.
Every 16 months, yeah. We'll be back at a consistent pace, but we've set.
I think that's a manageable pace. Yeah,
that's a good pace. Yeah, absolutely. We'll be back in 2026. Looking forward to this. Oh, no, it'll be in 2025. We're only at the start of 2024.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we'll try and. Would you like to try and aim every Friday? And if we're busy, it's just that's all good. But we'll just set it for Fridays. If you're busy Friday, we'll set it for a Saturday or Sunday night. No worries. We'll just work it out in our chat.
Sometime after the end of the working week.
Yeah, sometime after then. On the weekend. What about before the working week?
Any day
there's a spanner thrown in the works.
Ooh. Yeah, is Friday night before the working week or after the working week?
That's a good point.
I think it's after. It's pretty comfortably after. I think before the working week is Sunday night, maybe.
Yeah.
No, listeners, why don't you let us know what you think at 1-800-Crackin Furphys?
Let us know what you think as well. We don't think much about anything, Dan. We don't give a shit what you're spurting out.
That one number
Drew's saying to us. We don't care. That number is spammed all week. It's like, oh, fuck. Someone's like, what's happened? So much traffic.
I knew when I went for this number of 1-800 Crackin Furphys that I'd be signing up for trouble.
Mm. Oh,
Those big wigs at Telstra have got it coming.
They do. Oh.
Alternatively, tell us in the Discord channel if you're still there and actually listening to this podcast.
No, they're not. No one is. We've lost everyone, Dan. It's a wasteland. We're starting from the start again. I hate to tell you, it's over. It's done. We're starting from the start. It's like Fallout 3. You step out of the vault and you just see the wasteland, man. You just see the vast wasteland. Like, we gotta rebuild, and that's exactly what we're doing here at Crackin Furphys. Good, man. Right. You're gonna need that faith. It's gonna test you. The weeks, the months, the years going forward. But we will get there. We will rebuild. We
pray to the pod gods.
We will have 10 viewers again. Don't you worry about that.
We will get a copyright strike from the Pakistani Super League.
We will be copyrighted by them again. Don't you worry about that.
Well, now that I've mentioned it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I've summoned them.
I've got no idea what they got us for. No idea. I guess a bit of context for anyone who's still listening at this point, but we got picked up by the Pakistani Cricket League. We got a copyright strike, and we got no idea why. Didn't show any footage, no music, no idea. And I did it multiple times on Facebook too. I was just kind of a little bit baffled, to be honest with you. Maybe it's because
what we did find out about it is that afterwards is that the Pakistani Super League boys do love a little kiss between each other.
They do like a bit of a kiss. Those boys.
A little kissy.
Yeah, and don't blame them. I wouldn't mind a little bit of a kiss either. But we're separated by our microphones and our computers.
Yes.
We'll get that kiss when we meet in person. Don't you worry about that. A little peck on the cheek.
Nothing. Cheeky little boy.
Yeah, nothing. It's not sexual. It's just like it's like how Italians greet each other. It's like, no, nice to see you, Tom. Dan, good to see you, man.
Mwah.
Yeah, not on the lips. Not on the lips. We don't want to get our beards entangled. It's a bit gross.
That's right. It's like crossing the streams.
Peck on the cheek. Peck on the cheek. All right, boys. It was beautifully, really nice seeing you. Really enjoy it. I'll see you hopefully next week at the bar. Until next week, I'll see you later. See you, boys.
We'll see you later. You want to play us out, Tom?
See you later. That's all I got, boys.
Thanks, man. That's all we need.